What's going on? This is Craft Collects, and welcome back. Welcome to Craft Collects in 2026. It's so good to be back. I haven't recorded on this channel since last year. Literally, I don't even think I have any content audio-wise recorded for 2026. So, I have all this old footage from 2025 that I still needed to go over. So we're just going to compile it here, throw it on in the background. And let's just talk about the year 2025 and how cool it was. All the figures that I received in that year. Hey, Callie. I don't know if you can hear in the background. All the dope re-releases, newly ventured third companies, small giveaways, the growth of 2025. I have to look back at my spreadsheet. By the way, if you want the spreadsheet that helps you organize your figures, check the description in this video. But I really enjoyed just looking back on the 2025 videos. Pretty much most of it, less of my 2 cent videos and more of the favorite pickups for the year. And I should be able to do better than that. It's just a quick, opinionative video that could just talk about figures that are coming out. And towards the end of the year, like November, December, I got a good haul of stuff that could fit into those videos. Just talking about third-party stuff, licensed companies, the attempts at filling in those little holes that aren't being completed by the owners of the IPs because of, milking a product or timing, or they have their own game plans. It's just so interesting how we as consumers will adjust and pick up where and what we like based on either a review, or maybe we're being adventurous and we want to see what a new company can do for us, and maybe you keep it or you sell it off in the future. But yeah, 2025 was a great I'll say licensed company release year. Me and my Tamashi, I loved majority of the figures that came out in that year, and they did pretty good trying to follow up on the Daima hype. I think they could have released a lot more figures for that in a year, but I know there was a little bit of backlash about people who complain about Daima because it's taking up. That's the new content. That was the cool stuff that was coming out. They had to capitalize on the momentum. That's how that stuff works, guys. Come on. So you'll get your Cell and hopefully Buu Saga stuff in the future, but that's how it works, the marketing. I went back. Of course, you got to pick up your Transformers stuff because we're on the cusp of the 40th anniversary, and now in 2026 you're in the 40th anniversary of the movie. So they're gonna do a lot of big releases this year, as you've probably seen if you're not already aware. And Beast Wars came out 30 years ago. Boy, yeah. There's a lot of cool things that are going to be happening in this year and the next year. So you got some great anniversaries. You got some bootleg companies becoming companies who are making figures that haven't existed in the scheme of another IP's mold, re-releases so they can capitalize and hopefully beat out the bootlegs. We have companies going through turbulent times because of tariffs, and we don't know where they'll be come next year, probably even this year. It's a really interesting release year, the year 2025, and we can only blame a specific group, organization, for making those costs of those things go up. And we'll say faster than it should have. Inflation comes for us all, but it shouldn't have come at the price and the cost and the speed in which it came. Video or content for another future video. But man, I'm filling up this 90 shelf. I'm trying to figure out how it's gonna go, how I'm gonna allocate that scene for the 90s. What's the type of figures that fit in, and people see, if they'll see, it'll stand out the most. But I'm loving the Mondo Ghostbusters. I love the 2003 Super 7 Ninja Turtles. The Game Reversed figures, that was a crazy blitz. A real and then a release like back to back to back. That hit the pockets heavy. I really appreciated what happened last year, if we call it, good for you economically. And we also got a lot of anime figures come out, more than just the Dragon Ball Z stand-ins. We got the Demon Slayer. We had a wrap up of My Hero Academia. Naruto was getting a nice little wave. It was good to see that Tamashii remembered their other IPs or properties that they had. And yeah, just making sure that you shop domestically now, because that's the climate we're in, and you're able to pick up figures at a good price at one of our favorite, shops locally in the US, because importing used to be the wave, and I believe that was the purpose of what happened, so that the local companies could be the first stop instead of it being the importing, which seemed like a hack for us. And I almost made a video about, hey, this is how you properly import. That video would be waste now. It would be useless. So we'll see what happens in the near future. We don't know. I feel like I have had a great pickup last year, and I'm looking at my pre-order spreadsheet folder, and I know I need to slow it down because just in case, guys, I moved, and that's why it took me 2 months to get back. So I had to try and set my life up in a new place, and hopefully soon you'll go on a journey. You'll see me build out this space and change it. I will do like a little display of how my old space looked and how this one it does in relation, and it'll be a fun little addition to the channel and the content that I display here. But I think I rambled enough. That's more than my normally 2 cents. I just wanted to do a wrap up of 2025. I really enjoyed it. Some great content, some great stuff that came out. 2025 was pretty much like, them just trying to fill in pieces that of figures that came out in 2022, 23, and 24. And now they're finally able to come out in 2025. Let's see what more 2026 comes to provide us. It's March, like I said, as of me recording this. So get excited, guys, and I will see you in the next one. I think the next one's going to be about the Dragon Ball pop-up. Yeah, by the way, spoiler, I went to the Dragon Ball pop-up, and I didn't get anything. You'll see why, because in my late 30s, I ain't got time to be waiting and sleeping on the floor. Back problems, bro. Great talking to y'all. Hope to catch up with you in the next one, in the next post, in the next short. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Great job.